Oh, it is go time. Ladies and gentlemen, sharing the screen right off the bat. Let's get right into it. Guys, you are watching The Coin Zone. I am Crypto with Paul. Why is this not sharing? There we go. Technical difficulties right off the bat. But this is the most exciting news that I've seen all of today. So much uncertainty the past 48 hours. All of a sudden, all three acts, all three bills are passed. They're going to land on Trump's desk. Obviously, bro is going to push them through. If you're here with us and you just heard those claps, please let me know if you're watching, because I don't know if you guys can hear those claps. But give yourself a round of applause. If you're in crypto, if you've been in crypto, this is one of the biggest wins that we've ever seen. This is bigger than like when BlackRock announced that they were fans of Bitcoin and started buying Bitcoin. Like, I don't know how else to explain this. Everything changes moving forward. USDC with the Clarity Act changes everything. The Genius Act changes everything. This is huge news. This is us right here. Always got to do one shameless plug, one live stream per live stream. This is it. This is us right here, the Coin Zone. Breaking news. Go follow us there on X. We do so much exciting stuff there. Actually going live there right now. If you're watching on X, what's good? Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow us there. And let's collab if you like us. This is Eleanor Tourette. Hope I said her name right. But bills just passed the House and the Genius Act and is now headed to Donald Trump's desk to become the first major piece of crypto legislation signed into law. Despite the last few days of drama, why is this not freaking... We're having some technical difficulties. All right, here we go. But all right, let's recap. Republicans really showed up. Democrats showed up. This has been bipartisan in the past year or so. I would say some of the most bipartisan bills I've seen Democrats and Republicans get along on have been crypto stuff. We have outliers. We have Elizabeth Warren. We have Maxine Waters. We have Brad Sherman, who just said a stablecoin isn't stable or a coin. It's a willing ignorance with these people. It's insane. But let's get back to this. Let's recap. The Clarity Act passed in a vote of 294 to 134, with 78 Democrats voting in favor. That's crazy right there. That's more than double. They expected 35. This is what politics is. You get in these people's ears. You convince them, hey, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Hopefully it's not a hairy one. It's a little weird. I'm very fortunate in that department. Don't have hair on my back. But you get what I'm saying here. This is what politics is. And this administration decided to use their leverage to pass really great bills and to negotiate and do bipartisan bills in regards to crypto. So am I complaining? Obviously not. We should all be celebrating. All right, there's a lot to celebrate. It's crypto week, right? We're almost at the tail end of the week. We've been doing a live stream every day, updating you guys. So if you haven't subbed yet, go do that for me. I just said the word sub. Now I'm kind of hungry and I want a sandwich. But let's continue with this post real quick before I move on to other things, right? Like I'm from Toronto. Shout out to Drake. The Anti-CBDC Act passed in a vote of 219 to 210, with 2 Democrats voting in favor. The signing ceremony for the Genius Act is set for tomorrow afternoon at the White House. You know what that means? It means I'll be live streaming tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be covering the White House. That will be fun. So tune in tomorrow, guys. I've been telling you what the futures look like. Why is this big, though? Well, the past 48 hours was a little tumultuous because Republicans and Democrats, actually mostly Republicans, didn't like anti-CBDC, right? They wanted that included. It wasn't included at first. That was their priority. And honestly, I agree with them. You know, back in the day, 100 plus years ago, 90 years ago, maybe at this point, the United States government confiscated gold from people. They flat out said, yeah, you know what? You guys can't have this anymore. So what does a CBDC Act do? What does this Genius Act, what do these acts do? Well, number one, that's basically saying we're not going to issue CBDCs. That's great, because historically, if they took gold from you, they would probably say, take this instead, which was paper dollars, which obviously fiat sucks, right? So we don't want that again. And the other thing it does is it enacts the ability to be able to store in your own self-storage, cold storage, self-sovereignty. That's huge, because again, if they just randomly decided that they're going to confiscate all your crypto if you can't use cold storage or self-storage and it's just on Coinbase, let's say, they can easily just take it from you. In fact, California is passing a law where if your crypto is not touched for a certain amount of time, like 3 years, or might have been less, that they can just take it from you. The state can take it from you. That's freaking insanity. The whole point is to buy and hold. You don't want to sell, right? You don't want to sell your assets. You want to buy and hold as it goes up. So if you're doing what you're supposed to do, and then the government says, well, this is inactive, we're taking it. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? So these bills make sure that your freedom in this new space of blockchain and crypto is secure. Do you remember when the internet came about and there's the two bills that really put a crackdown on legislation on some of the things that the activities conducted in the internet and how much they can spy on us and all these things. The Patriot Act? I forget. Wow. But this is the whole point. You know, this is good legislation. We have to thank our lucky stars that this guy, the orange man, won and took office, because I promise you, if Kamala Harris won, there would be none of this happening. Absolutely none of this happening. You'd have Tom Emmer, you'd have Cynthia Lummis, you'd have all these guys sitting on the sideline trying to do so much, but probably not getting anywhere. But now with this guy, I mean, we're like ready for liftoff here. What else do you guys want here? Like, what else are we looking for in terms of bullishness? I want to take a look at this tweet real quick too, because if the whole entire Doge thing did anything good, which obviously they did, they found a lot of waste, a lot of fraud, a lot of corruption. Wow. Okay. But if anything we can take away good out of that, it's this account right here. I mean, I love the responses Doge AI has. This was in the response that we just read, the tweet we just read. But let's just read this real quick, because it just helps continue to break things down. The Genius Act's passage marks a critical pivot from Biden-era regulatory overreach that suffocated crypto innovation through weaponized ambiguity. By establishing clear federal standards for stablecoins, the legislation finally unleashes American financial sovereignty while protecting consumers through mandatory one-to-one reserve requirements and bankruptcy prioritization. Let me take this a step further too, in regards to how insane the Biden era was with regulatory overreach. Mark Andreessen and countless entrepreneurs building crypto companies were funded by this administration. Flat out bank accounts shut off. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard of. Just regular flat out entrepreneurs looking to start a company, doing nothing illegal, bank accounts shut off. I mean, that is just absolutely insane to me. And this is one of the biggest reasons why the entire Trump family says they got into crypto. Their bank accounts were also shut off and frozen. So what can you do at that point when you can't access your money because it's held by a private institution who, if they don't like your political views, they can just say, you know what? Yeah, we're done here. Well, if you're holding Bitcoin or USDC or ETH or XRP or something in your own cold storage wallet, they can't do that to you. They can't shut that off. You have control over that. Okay, let's move it on here. Two more things to look at. Shout out to Crypto Wendy O. She's very funny here on X, I gotta say. But is this the next thing we're gonna see here? White House to remove capital gains tax on Bitcoin and crypto payment. This has been thrown out there for months now, when bro took office, right? If this is true, I'm gonna send Trump a letter and I'm gonna tell him I want to kiss him. Pause. But if I'm being serious, do you know how much? All right, let's do simple math. Where do you live? California. Let's say that's 40% capital gains tax off the bat. That means you're losing 40% of your gains. I know California might be 40 or close to 40, which is insane, but that's an example. With this, guess what? You keep all of it. That's insane. Now, I don't know if this is going to be, it says payments, right? So if it's like you're using it as a form to buy something, but if you sell it, are we going to get taxed on if we sell it? Because that's the real question. That's the real question. If I go to sell my Cardano at a big profit, am I going to be paying capital gains on that? We need to know that. That's huge. Just shouting them out here. Gemini, good platform, really sick card. The orange credit card, you get 5% back, I believe it is in BTC. Only issue I have with Gemini is they don't have ADA listed. Like it just makes no sense to me, especially at this point. Like, okay, ADA is doing Bitcoin DeFi. You know, they're doing so much to help your favorite coin, bud. It's clearly not a scam. Even the Clarity Act just said it's one of 3 mature cryptos out of the entire space. So what else are you looking for? I don't get it. But yeah, the Genius Act, aka the stablecoin bill, passed through the House and is going to President Trump's desk for signature. This is a huge day for crypto, US dominance, and America. He's 100% right. Huge day. We're having fun here. All right, guys, pat yourself on the back. Go get something nice to eat. Indulge yourself today. Have a little fun. If you're enjoying this in crypto, you've been here for a while, this is your time to celebrate. This is your time to tell your family, your friends, anybody who criticized you, like, hey, bud, what do you think now? What do you think? You know, I've had friends ask me about XRP and ETH and stuff for like 2 years now, and they swung back around recently. Should I buy? You asked me this 2 years ago. What are we doing here? All right. So expect that. Expect the people to come out of the woodworks, out from underneath the sewers, from underneath the ceiling tiles. I don't know if that made sense, but they're going to be coming out of nowhere. Pause. All right. Yeah, let's just, this is what we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen. And again, stick around because we're going live tomorrow. White House lawn, big signing day. Going to be a fun time. I'll be here, kicking it, trying to entertain you guys, trying to cover the latest breaking news that's going on here. So if you haven't subbed already, do that for me now, because you're going to miss out on some really fun streams, on some really amazing educational videos. Shout out to the team here at the Coin Zone. We don't want you guys to miss it, and neither do I. Once again, and if you don't know me by now, it's Crypto with Paul. It says it right there. Follow me on social media as well. We will see you guys again tomorrow here in the Coin Zone for another live stream. Let's get it. Have a great day.